Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's contest time. Haven't done a contest video in so long. But when Howlermouse puts out a video having a contest, I feel obligated to do it. He's a great guy. I've learned a ton from him. I'm sure as most of people here on YouTube have. And his contest is pretty simple. Pick out your 5 favorite comic books in your collection. Talk about them a little bit. And that's all you need. These books I probably showed numerous times in my videos, but I'm going to share them once again. And the best way to do this is I figured to start from the beginning. Obviously, people have seen, well, here's the real cover, Brave and Bold 159, but this is the very first comic book I've ever owned. I'm just going to pull it out here, really. I've had this book for years, and never really knew what the cover looked like until recently. I actually decided to look it up and see what it looked like. But yeah, there's a big chunk taken out of it, and I've always kept this. Even the years I bought this came out with, 1980. So between 80 and 84, for 4 years I kept this book and never really considered collecting comic books at all. But something just compelled me to keep this book. I don't know how many times I've read this, but yeah, I think the only cool part about this book is the centerfold for the movie 1941. I was drawing up here. I don't even know what I was doing up there, drawing, writing some stuff. But yeah, this is a great movie if you have not seen this movie. So yeah, I've kept this book for years and never even thought about upgrading it until last couple of years. So I found this. I think I paid like $10 for it. I didn't care. I just wanted a copy of it. So that was the first book I ever had. I don't even know where I got this or who bought it for me or what, but just always had it laying around somewhere. So yeah, now it's like one of my prized books in my collection. And then years later, I've told the story a bunch of times, visiting my aunt out of town, went to a little newsstand just for something to do. I was looking through and I seen a spinning rack of comic books. These were 60 cents a piece. Probably had a few bucks on me. Always enjoyed Captain America's character, and they had 2 issues, $2.98, $2.99. I'm like, great. I think it's one of the first time I realized, a lot of people realize that there's numbers on these. I mean, this book didn't have a cover, so yeah, I didn't know, too much that there was numbers. So two in a row, why not? And then I also picked up this Conan. I have no idea why. Conan 164. I don't know why I picked that one up. No idea. But I love it. So yeah, I'm going to consider this one book. That's one. This is 2. So I got these all at the same time. Yeah, so this pretty much was the first time I actually decided, hey, I'm going to start collecting these books. And it wasn't until like 20 years later where I actually got issue 300. And for some reason, I missed out on the rack. So, but ever since from 300, 301 on, I pretty much got them, most of them, all of them. So yeah, so this is, I'm considering one book. So through the years of collecting, when I decided to actually start collecting, looking in the books and looking at all the ads for ordering books, like the Mile High Comics had a little ad, and I think it was the East Coast Comics had an ad. Never ordered anything, but I always made out a want list. Always made a list of this is what I wanted. If I had $20, I would figure what books do I want for $20. And this book always made the list. Marvel Premiere 50, Alice Cooper. I just got this a few years ago. So yeah, always wanted it. Never actually saw it in person until recently. I could have ordered it online, but there's no fun in that. Yeah, so this book was always on my want list. Always. It's the first time I've seen the cover. I don't remember where I saw it. Probably in a little ad somewhere. But yeah, awesome book. So yeah, that's 3. I hope I don't get deduct points for this. But obviously during collecting, pretty much all established characters until I saw issue 1 of this character. I'm like, hey, great. Issue 1, I can start from the beginning. A new character. I can jump on it and read it. I ran 26 issues. And I got all of them off the newsstand. And yeah, Booster Gold #1. Love this book. A lot of people hate him. I know Tim Can't stand them. But this is the first time that I thought, hey, I can collect something from the beginning. And I did. So yeah, that's kind of why I kind of liked it, because it was like something new. I can get from the beginning. I can read them all and enjoy picking them up every month. And then one of my last books is obviously Captain America 100. Not because it's worth money now because of the movie. Two things, obviously, it's my favorite character. And second of all, my wife bought it for me. This was like a Christmas gift 3 years back. So yeah, so I would never, if she didn't buy it, I don't even know if I would have bought it. I mean, eventually I probably would have, but I would have waited, and then the movie would have came out, and then I've been screwed. So obviously I wanted it, but paying $100 for a comic book was way nowhere near what I wanted to pay. I think she paid $75 for it, actually. But yeah, now I have no idea what it's worth, but to me, this is priceless because my wife bought it for me. And then I'm going to throw in one honorable mention, besides comics. Another sort of passion of mine is music, and I've always been a fan of the band Iron Maiden, since probably early 80s. And I read an article that the cover for The Number of the Beast was inspired, Derek Riggs, when he drew it, was inspired by an issue of Doctor Strange. So, it didn't say what issue it was in this article. So I went through skimming through all the covers. If you know the cover for Number of the Beast, this makes perfect sense. So you got the 3 different characters, just like they have on the cover of the album for Number of the Beast. So yeah, so I had to pick this up. So there's 5 in an honorable mention. If you don't know Tim by now, just stop watching YouTube. Tim's a great guy. Not just because his comic book knowledge, but I think just his knowledge in general of life. If you watch his videos, he's a great guy. So yeah, so that's what I do is a quick video for him. Good luck to everybody else who enters, and we'll see you next one. Thanks. Bye.